that is a major reason why, things are getting up to speed, and in some areas almost back to normal because of that. They stayed off the roads, and we want to thank not only them but also the media for assisting us to getting that message out there. Latest reports from the National Weather Service will dovetail into some of the changes that we're going to make with regards to our driving bans. I just want to remind everybody that there is a lake effect warning still in effect. So this thing is still moving. It's not, even though you might not have snow in your area, you could, but there is still a winter storm watch for southern Erie and Chautauqua County. There's also a gale watch for both Lakes Erie and Ontario, so that's something else relatively new that's popped up into the equation. So looks like we could have some winds popping in our direction as well. Also want to mention the fact that there is still the extreme when it comes to the heavy snow. So that still is in that category. So we need to still take this serious. There are areas where it is snowing very heavily right now in Erie County. As a matter of fact, the National Weather Service, we got off the phone with them, they're still predicting that there are some areas that will have up to and maybe exceeding 48 inches by the time this is all done, when it wraps up sometime late on Sunday. So what we want to talk about now is based on the information that we have from the National Weather Service, having had the opportunity to consult with a number of different towns and villages and their elected officials, the county executive was involved in this decision too. We're going to keep the state of emergency in place for Erie County. We're going to continue to evaluate throughout the course of the day today. Maybe we'll have to go in tonight. We might have to go into tomorrow. But one thing we are going to change is effective at 6 a.m. We are going to change the travel ban to a travel advisory. Now, you'll see the maps up here, and we will provide those maps for you. The travel ban still exists in a number of communities throughout the county, but the travel advisory for the northernmost towns, including the city of Tonawanda, town of Tonawanda, Grand Island, Newstead, Clarence, Amherst, and you can take a look at that map there. This is based on reports that we've had not only from the Department of Public Works, but we had conversations with the National Weather Service. The lake effect snow band is going to move a little bit more in this direction, maybe as far as where we are right now. And then it's going to sit there, so we feel very comfortable that those communities that are to the north and around this map right here, and as I said, including City of Tonawanda, Town of Tonawanda, Grand Island, Newstead, Clarence, and Amherst, we're changing that to a travel advisory for those areas. Everything else remains a travel ban because that's where the heaviest snow is hitting now and will hit for most of the day throughout that area. So I wanted to cover that. I'm going to have Bill Gary step in now, just to give you a little bit of an update with regards to the road conditions here in Erie County that our crews have seen throughout the course of the night.
Thanks, Dan. Good morning. Like Dan said, with the public heat and everybody's warning, minimal traffic on the roads really gave all the Department of Public Works and all the municipalities, city and state, an opportunity to keep these roads very passable and open. As you get out this morning and get up, you'll probably see anywhere from 24 to 36 inches in some of the higher band areas. Our crews right now, we got about 35 trucks on. We're actually going to start adding on maybe a snowblower or two. We're running out of snow storage on some of the north-south routes coming into the city and some of the heavily areas where the bands are. We did see through most of the overnight period in the heavy bands 3+ inches of snow. So from Hamburg, Blaisdell area, there's over 24 inches of snow. West Seneca, South Buffalo right now, it's Seneca Street is pretty much Route 16 is the dividing line. 16 south, visibility goes from 100 to 50 feet at best. And north of it, there's pretty much just light flurries, and the crews are doing a great job removing all the snow. So thanks to everybody out there that's working through the night. But we still got another 48 hours of this, and today we expect crews we'll be replenishing our crews every 12 hours. Equipment's holding up great, and we'll pivot where needed with when the snow bands move up north. But if it just stays where it is right now, that's a good area for us where we can handle a lot of this snow. Thanks.
Thanks, Bill. Okay, just a couple of notes on closures and cancellations here. Erie County courts today are conducting emergency operations virtually. There is no NFTA bus service in Erie County today. However, Metro Rail will continue on its normal schedule. Erie County services are closed, but some social service functions will be offered by phone. ECMC outpatient clinics are closed today. ECMC clinic staff is, however, are asked to report. But if you have plans, appointments, something scheduled, just make sure you call ahead, because there are certain things, especially medical conditions and whatnot, that obviously you still need to address those appointments. Your doctors and those facilities will have more information with regards to that scheduling. Our safety message, I just want to remind everybody again that lake effect snow, this lake effect snow has a very, very high water content to it. It's very, very heavy and more likely to take down potentially branches and power lines. We do have some scattered power outages throughout Erie County, and we're told that the restoration on those should be relatively quick. We had a number of power outages last night that were in fact resolved quickly. The other thing too is the power comes down, you use your generators. We want to stress that so many people get severely ill and or die because they don't properly place their generators when they have the power outages. So I think we need to just address that. Also, we want to make sure that everybody looks out for their neighbors. Not everybody can take care of themselves. So you hopefully know your neighbor and check on them and make sure if they have some issues that you address that or get them the help that they need. And lastly, I want to thank all the public safety folks out there, law enforcement, police, dispatchers especially, who do a phenomenal job always, but especially during these conditions. The staff that was here, the staff that the state has at their regional operations center, all of the plow operators out there working their tails off overnight, and you know, the cooperation that we've had with the state and all of our elected officials throughout this, and primarily those that of you that stayed off the roads. This has been a huge success. We want to continue that. So just because maybe the snow was heavy in your area, now it's diminished just a little bit, it doesn't necessarily mean that it won't swing into that area again. So again, just heed the safety. We're still going to work our way through this all day today, probably through a part of tomorrow. The Emergency Operations Center will remain open for as long as we need it to. With that, I'll open up to any questions that you might have, and we will have more briefings throughout the course of the day. Great, thank you.